last year when you guys drafted Emmanuel Forbes over Christian Gonzalez, man, many people right at the jump said that that was one of the worst picks of that draft class. And it turned out to be true because early into the season, A.J. Brown made him cry. He got benched. And when he ended up starting again week 9 against the Patriots, he looked pretty good, but the Pats have no receivers. And when you think about first round cornerbacks, if they don't pop off right out the gate, like your Marshawn Lattimore's or your Denzel Ward's, most of the times they end up not really being that good. He's also built like a damn toothpick. Do you think that Dan Quinn can get some juice out of this dude and save this man's career, or is it just routes for Emmanuel Forbes?
I'm hoping. I'm really am. I know a lot of people believe Juan does not like Emmanuel Forbes. It's not that I don't like him. I just would have preferred Christian Gonzalez, and I think that should have been the pick at the time. And with him putting up the season that he did last year, my confidence on him is pretty low. So I'm hoping with this track record of finding gems like Deron Bland, getting guys like what is his name, Curse out of Dallas. I was about to call him Jermaine Curse, the receiver from the Seahawks a while ago. Curse, like getting these unknown guys to play better and finding hitting gems. I'm hoping that's what he can do for Emmanuel Forbes. But I will be lying to you right now if I told you my confidence wasn't low on him. You know, you already mentioned his player build is pretty slight. He's supposed to be a turnover ball hawk kind of guy, and you notice that's what Trayvon Diggs is. So if he can get him to just not worry about trying to play the receiver and not match up with the receiver and just go hunting for the ball, maybe he can get the best out of him. And I'll be sitting up here first things first making a video titled "I Was Wrong," because I am a big believer in Emmanuel Forbes not being the correct pick at the time. That's not me hoping that he sucks or he's not good, because again, he's on my favorite team, so I'm hoping for the best for him. But right now, as it stands, it isn't looking too pretty. We have him, and I know it's OTAs and mini camp, so it doesn't really mean much. But we have him, returning punts and stuff like that. And sometimes he's not found with the first team. This whole drama that's drawn up by the media. So again, John Keim, another well-respected Washington Commanders reporter, even came on and said that he doesn't believe Emmanuel Forbes will be a starter at this point. And again, it's early, so you never know. But you gotta think that these beat reporters have some type of validity to their work, because they're around the team every single day. They know about the team more than we ever will know. So I am going to believe in Dan Quinn's ability with his track record of being able to find hidden gems with these talent, with these receivers, with these DBs and stuff like that. That he could find a way to use Emmanuel Forbes to get him better. Joe Witt Jr. And the cornerbacks coach too, DBs coach. Hopefully they can get the best out of him. But I definitely am a little bit lower on Emmanuel Forbes than some people.
How much of Emmanuel Forbes' rookie struggles was on Ron Rivera and the coaching staff?
I think a lot of it. Was because they put him in difficult positions, like going one-on-one with A.J. Brown. That's setting your young fella up for success. You don't want to bench him, but then you turn around and bench him. Like, I think a lot of his problems were due to the coaching staff, the horrible coaching staff we had last year, because they didn't know what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's why I'm like, maybe with Dan Quinn, it could pan out and they could get the best out of him, because the coaching staff last year didn't know what they wanted to do with him. They didn't know if he should stay in the game, if he should go out, and then he did get hurt last year too. So it was a rough rookie year for the young fella, but hopefully he can turn it around and under the coaching be better.
Could you see him making a position change? Maybe he just turns into a slot corner, or maybe he plays a little bit of safety, maybe being a single high safety, just responsible for the coverage responsibilities? Or do you just think it's just corner or bust for him?
I think at this point it's still relatively early. I think if he has another season like he did last year, then you can start to explore those opportunities. But I think his ball hawking ability and his ability to be an interception monster and a guy that is a person that can create turnovers, I think that they want to see what they can do with him at cornerback before they just change him to safety or slot. And then we drafted Mike Sanders still, who's going to be the starting nickel. Nick Saban called him the best pound-for-pound player in the draft. So I think slot for him is pretty dead, because Mike Sanders still has that on lock already. So I think it's either boundary corner, find your way there, or might just end up being another first round kind of bust that Ron Rivera drafted.
Has he beefed up? Because the biggest knock I had on the pick was he was 166 pounds. And it's like, if you drafted somebody in the first round, you got to be able to shade the number one. Like, Christian Gonzalez was a freak, 6'1", solid 200. His first couple of weeks before he got injured, he was already arguably the best cornerback in the game, shutting down Tyreek Hill. And I always felt like, I get that the NFL has now started to become a smaller perimeter game now. Now you don't need motherfuckers built like DK Metcalf or Brendan Browner and stuff like that. But you still got to have a little bit of weight. And when I look at Emmanuel Forbes, like, I saw somebody who was a little boy playing in the National Football League. I saw still a college corner in the NFL. So, like, has there been any reports about him gaining weight, him changing his diet? Because we need some meat on those damn bones, Juan Gotti. I mean, you can't be out there looking like me at corner. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't heard anything about his diet changing. I haven't heard anything about him getting beefed up. I know if it was a thing with him getting stronger, getting bigger, they would make it a headline immediately. So the fact that I haven't heard nothing about it, maybe I just missed it, or maybe it is a telling sign that he probably hasn't beefed up, because he definitely does need to. I wouldn't be surprised if he did get with the nutritionist though, and help him get more weight on him, because again, he does need it. So at this current moment, I can't give you that direct set answer because I'm not sure. But let's just say we hope he